Denise Chong's The Concubine's Children, 1995, is a poignant nonfiction account that traces two generations of her family, examining the decisions they made and the lasting consequences of those choices. Drawing from letters, interviews, photographs, and personal memories, Chong weaves a vivid and honest portrait of her family's complex history. The narrative culminates in a powerful journey to China, where Chong and her mother meet long-lost relatives for the first time. The book has been widely acclaimed for its clear, candid prose and sensitive treatment of difficult subjects. It received several accolades, including the City of Vancouver Book Award, 1994, the Edna Stabler Award for Creative Nonfiction, and the Van City Book Prize. It was also shortlisted for the Governor General's Literary Award for Nonfiction. The story begins with Chong's grandparents, Chan Sam and May-ying. Chan Sam is a determined man whose primary ambition is to provide for his family. After marrying Huangbo, he leaves China to work in Canada, settling in Vancouver and sending money home. Over time, his isolation prompts him to bring a second wife, May-ying, to join him in Canada. Together, they have two daughters, Ping and Nan. During a visit to China while pregnant with her third child, May-ying leaves her daughters in the care of Huangbo, expecting to return to Canada and give birth to a long-hoped-for son. Instead, she gives birth to another daughter, Hing, later known as Winnie. Deeply disappointed, May-ying struggles with feelings of shame, rooted in cultural beliefs that value sons more highly. She sees her inability to bear a son as a spiritual failing, a setback in her hope for a better reincarnation. As Hing grows up, she fails to live up to her mother's expectations of beauty, further straining their relationship. But what she lacks in appearance, Winnie makes up for in intelligence and determination. She throws herself into her studies, viewing education as a path toward a brighter future and personal independence. Through this deeply personal and historically rich narrative, Chong illuminates not just her own family's journey, but also the broader immigrant experience and the tensions between tradition and transformation. For a time, May-ying dresses her daughter Hing as a boy, struggling to come to terms with not having a son. Later, she adopts a Canadian boy, Leonard in English, Goklang in Chinese, in an attempt to fill that void. Throughout The Concubine's Children, May-ying and Winnie, Hing's English name, are frequently contrasted in temperament and response to adversity. While May-ying becomes increasingly entangled in the vices of her environment, Winnie seeks escape through discipline and ambition. As the years pass, May-ying's relationship with Chan Sam deteriorates. Despite the emotional distance and eventual breakdown of their marriage, she dutifully continues to send him money in China, funds he uses to support and elevate his family there. To earn this money, May-ying works long hours as a waitress in Vancouver's Chinese tea houses, where she becomes immersed in a lifestyle of gambling, drinking, and fleeting romances. Her longest relationship is with a gambler named Gwen, though it is ultimately unreciprocated. He never views their connection as seriously as she does and eventually abandons her. Her other relationships are brief and largely transactional. May-ying's role as a mother is fraught with neglect. Leonard and Winnie often fend for themselves, moving from one boarding house to another in search of the cheapest rent. Burdened by guilt and frustration, May-ying frequently lashes out at her children in anger. She never learns English, instead depending on Winnie and Leonard to manage communication with the outside world, another weight they're forced to carry at a young age. Despite these hardships, Winnie carves out a different path. She eventually marries and raises 5 children, one of whom is Denise Chong, the author of The Concubine's Children. Denise's interest in uncovering her family's past is sparked in 1985 when she moves to Beijing with her partner, TV correspondent Roger Smith. While living there, Denise persuades her mother to visit and accompany her on a trip to Bin, the ancestral village of Chan Sam's Chinese family. It is the place where Winnie's sisters, Ping and Nan, were raised, siblings she had never met. In the book's moving final chapter, Denise recounts the emotional reunion between Winnie, her sister Ping, and half-brother Yuang, Nan having died years earlier. The material that became The Concubine's Children first appeared as an article in Saturday Night Magazine. Encouraged by editor John Fraser, Chong expanded the piece into a full-length book. She later adapted the story for the stage. The play premiered in 2004 at Theatre One in Nanaimo, directed by Rick Scott. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe.